Hello and welcome to another 5-minute tech tip with Dave Casuto at SF Tech Training. And in this 5-minute tech tip, I'm going to show you how to create a form in Microsoft Word and do it the right way. We've all seen the not so right way where people just kind of put up a bunch of text and then they put some lines after it and then they call it a form. And then when you try to type in there, the line moves around, all the text underneath it moves around. And that is not how Word wants you to do it. So I'm going to show you the right way. So the first thing you need to do is bring up the developer tab. Most of you will not have the developer tab. So how do you bring it up? Just right click up on top and then you're going to say customize the ribbon and just choose developer right here. And then the developer tab will then show up here and you're going to see you have this group here called controls. So I have this already set up here as a table, which is a nice way to do forms, right? Nice and structured. And all I'm going to do now is just bring in some form fields. Now, there's a lot of these guys up here that I found a lot of bugs with them. Like these are like the relatively new ones. So I like to use the legacy ones that are kind of stuck inside of this little suitcase. So when you click on that, you're going to see that there's legacy forms, there's ActiveX controls. I'm going to use the legacy forms for most of these with the exception of one or two. So I'm going to click on this little text form field and you'll see this pops right up. That's awesome. I also want to do the date. In this case, I am going to actually choose this one. This is going to be a date picker. All right, you're going to see that comes in just like that. And then for this particular one, I want to kind of set some of the properties for it. Like I want to say how the data is going to look when somebody picks it. Like it's going to be the full month, it's just going to be numbers, whatever. So I'm going to choose properties here. And this takes me to this nice little dialog box where I can choose the properties. So I want it to show just like that. That's fantastic. All right, so I'm going to click OK. And you'll see it in a second when I bring it in. Your department is just going to be a drop-down menu. So I'm going to click on this right here, go over to my legacy. I'm going to say drop-down form field. I definitely need to do the properties for this one. So then I can say, okay, well, what departments are we looking at? So I'll just say IT, click on add, HR, add, and we'll just do sales and marketing. All right, and I can also change the orders of these if I want to. Let's make HR come up first. Let's make marketing come up after that, so it's nice and alphabetical. That's great. And you will notice that when you go to your properties, you can also add on some help text to kind of help people, right? I'll just say choose from drop down menu. Okay, and then that will help people out. All right, and then from here, maybe I'll do one more. I'll just say select one. And then that will be the first one that I have up on top, and that's what everybody's going to see. All right, fantastic. All right, so how would you rate your keynote speaker? So I'm just gonna make a few little boxes here. Let's do this one here, that one there. Oops, I'll do that one, sorry. Go to legacy, as promised, go to there, and then just next to each one, I'll just say poor, good, and excellent. Okay, and then here, one more, I'll just do another text field. All right, now, how is this going to look as a form field? I actually need to make this into a form by going to restrict editing. All right, and very simply, all I need to do is make it where it says allow only this type of editing in the document. For what? Filling in forms. That's great. And then also, I finally need to say, are you ready to apply these settings? Yes, start enforcing protection. So what does that mean? It's going to enforce the protection that only the form fields can then be edited. Okay, so all of these things people can put in, but nobody can mess with these. Okay, so let's just go ahead and just say that. And I can put in a password if I want to. Don't need to do that right now. Notice it's optional. Click OK. And now I'm ready to start putting in some stuff here. Okay, and then notice it takes me right over to here. Here's I'll just put in, okay, that's great. And look at the format I've got there. And then my department, let's see, it says select one, just like that. HR, say, okay, well, maybe not poor, that's not very nice. I'll say, okay, that's great. And then I can just start typing in more and more stuff here. Okay, notice how it continues on. And then I've completed my form. It's fantastic. Now, if you are the developer of this, you can always stop the protection and then come back and redo this. Some people like to save these as templates, so you can do that as well. Just under the file menu, do save as and save it as a .x file, and then you can keep reusing these over and over again. Okay, so that's how you do forms. Please do it the right way. Save yourself and all of your audience members a lot of hassle. And that's your 5-minute tech tip. So I'm Dave Casuto, and feel free to send any comments, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Find me on SF Tech Training and LinkedIn and all that good stuff. All right, we'll see you in the next one.